Okay. Are we going? Are we live? Let's see. I hope so. I hope we are live. Let's see. Trying to figure out here if we are live. Let me know in the chat if anybody's here. I'm kind of new to this here, so I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, let's see. We are live. And okay. Let me know in the chat if anybody's here. I'm kind of, I think we are live. Awesome. Let's go. Let us go. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull up our game here. So, just played this game, this rapid 15-minute game, and let's see. Started with e4, d5, Scandinavian, takes. Let's turn down our volume here. En passant, hey man, how's it going, man? This is my first time streaming on YouTube, so I'm testing it out, seeing how it's going. Hope you're doing well, man. So we had a Scandi here, and play knight c3, right? d4, take the center. It all makes sense. Knight f6, okay. Yeah, bishop d2. And this all kind of makes sense. And I'm pretty sure this was all my prep, and then takes, right? So we had queen going back after the discovered attack with the bishop. And the point of this is to double black's pawns. Black decided to take with the g-pawn. So with that, hold on, I'm also pulling up this here. Okay. So he took with the g-pawn, which is quite interesting. The idea is obviously to like open up the rook and create an attack over here. Now you'd think that you actually don't want to castle kingside now because of the open g-file, but you actually can. g3, bishop g2, and castles is actually okay. You see material is equal, but white is much better. Point being, this is actually pretty solid against this rook g1 or rook g8, and like h5 I can always play h4 or knight h4, right, and kind of go for that. And I mean, it's just, I'm going to play c4, d5, right, and create an attack on black because black is behind in development. I've got a castled king, 3 pieces developed, a pawn in the center, and black is kind of still moseying around over here. So it's pretty interesting. Long castles. I should play c4 right away. I'm not sure what I was afraid of with this move. I don't know if I was afraid of anything in particular. So I'm not sure why I didn't play it, to be honest. Instead, I go for rook e1. And I was like, let me just get a rook to the semi-open file. It doesn't do too much, though. So bishop develops. I play queen e2, kind of walking into this pin here. The computer says here I should be playing either knight h4 and stopping any like h-pawn ideas, or c4 still. I didn't love c4. Why did I not like that? I'm trying to remember. I mean, it looks good looking at it now. I guess maybe like here, but then I can still play knight h4, so I'm not sure. Welcome everyone who's joined, by the way. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. Let me know in the chat how you're doing. En passant already let me know. He's getting a shout out. So yeah, I moved the rook and I played queen e2. Just too slow and kind of aimless looking at it now, right? So I obviously should be playing a bit more aggressive here. Queen e2, bishop g4, and b4. b4 is the second best move according to my engine here. The idea is to play b5 and open it up, but I just, there's h5 now, which is really annoying, and I should be playing c4. I didn't love c4 because I thought h4, but I guess there's just c5, bishop back, and you just ignore this pawn and start launching a4, which is kind of crazy. Wow, and this attack, I guess, is strong. You really don't care about this, fg, and I guess the point is that this isn't too scary because it's going to take black way too long to like double rooks and start attacking over here. I'm also going to be able to move my queen out of the way and then play knight h4 if I have to. The reason I thought my attack was too slow was because I thought that he was going to start playing moves like f5 and like bishop f6 or knight f6 d5 and kind of stop me here. But apparently this is just winning after bishop f4. Oh, because the queen is trapped. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's something, isn't it? Wow, how about that? Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's see what happened in the game, though. I play this before, and I said, you know what? We'll get out of the pin, and we'll play b5 in a moment here. And now the pawns are just trying to figure out which one is going to cause more damage, right? So he's trying to open me up, and let me tell you, his attack is a lot scarier than mine because of takes, which was strange. I was expecting a sacrifice, which is like one of the computer's ideas, the second best move after knight e5, which is crazy. The point of knight e5 is you take, and well, actually, no, bishop c5 check wins the queen. But I thought this, and this was very scary from a distance. From, you know, here. Takes, right? All of that. So boom, 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 boom. And I thought maybe I escape, right? Maybe I get to play like rook here, and maybe I get to, you know, run my king over to the other side of the board and just be up a piece. But let me tell you, this is quite scary with the knight coming in, and yeah. So apparently after this is not the move. It's actually knight c5, which is insane. Utilizing the pin. Oh, wow. That's disgusting. Look at that. Utilizing the pin. And queen g3 attempts to trade queens. But now you get to play this, and then this is bad because this, and boom. So you see, it could go south a lot of different ways, right? But my opponent didn't go for that. He started playing a bit strange at this point. Started playing like b takes, or c takes b5. But now I'm getting in. And also, not only that, but he delays the attack. I thought this was still good here. And it is. Like, it works. But rook over, bishop back, adds some defense to my king so that after, you know, some kind of sacrifice, this no longer comes with a check. And now I can play queen b7, was the idea of bishop g2. So the rook slides over, and this was such a weird move. It's a very, very bad move. So the reason this is bad is just because it just blocks the bishop, which was like a really important attacking piece here. And it just gives me time to play like rook b1. Rook b1, make a move that makes sense. So rook b1 threatens like queen or bishop b7. So he plays knight b6 to block, but that, you know, computer says c4. I didn't like this because of takes. c5, I thought there was takes, and rook here doesn't work because of check. Oh, but then you still take. Oh, of course. Of course. I don't know why I ended my calculation there. I said c4 takes, c5, bishop takes, and rook c1, and I was like, oh, but d3's check. Yeah, idiot, but you still just take the bishop. So of course, if I had seen all the way that there, I would have played c4. Dang, that's okay. So instead, I play bishop a5, looking to put more pressure over here. And I figured he's kind of spiraling, right? He played knight b6, he played e5. Like, he's playing all these slow moves that are just kind of blocking his own attack and getting pieces out of the center of the board. So I was like, screw the pawn. I really don't care. I'm going to win it back here. And now I'm pretty much winning. I mean, it's opposite colored bishops, so it is a bit tricky. But, and this is quite annoying, and we'll see. The game goes on for another 20, 30 moves, but I take with the wrong piece. The reason this is bad is because of some crazy move. Rook takes h2. Isn't that crazy? Rook takes h2. The point is that takes as a fork. Isn't that disgusting? And after, like, king g1, bishop takes, you can, like, take here. But then, like, rook g3, and now, yes, you are up a piece. Or, no, you're not up a piece, sorry. Material's equal, and honestly, like, My king is a lot weaker than his, but it's probably a draw at the end of the day. But I wouldn't be surprised if I end up losing a pawn or two. But instead, I should have taken with the bishop because it's check. But he doesn't see it, right? And instead plays rook d8, which I thought was very strange. I don't know what that does. It just gives up f7, and then I'm up 2 pawns now. But it's, again, opposite colored bishops makes it very, very difficult. So bishop f1, you know, the king starts marching, and I just push and plot my bishop on b5, and this is never going anywhere. And all my pawns are on light squares here, and my goal is to get all of my pawns on light squares so his dark square bishop cannot see them. And I'm going to try and walk my king up and, you know, escort my h-pawn, really, while my a-pawn is a constant threat that his king has to monitor. So that happens. It takes me a minute, though, because notice the time. I only have 2 minutes on the clock. My opponent has 8, so I am kind of trying to figure out what the plan is here. So I do end up marching my king, and then I figure out... And then he plays... I was expecting this. I was going to play like rook e4, but then I was worried about this move. But then I guess there's just bishop d3. Okay, that makes sense, defending everything. But instead, he goes here, so I defend the pawn this way. And then he tries to sacrifice a pawn, which just doesn't work, because he plays d3, but... You know, the bishop defends, so I really don't know what the idea was there. So I just push, and at this point, yes, his dark square bishop controls now, but I'm up all the pawns, right? I'm up 4 pawns. So yeah, I just block the bishop here, and he decides he has to sack and just cut. Easy thing here. So you're up this much material. For beginners, this can actually be a little bit like tricky. Because the king is going to find a way to like stop your pawns. The most efficient way to win a game when you're up this much material is just cut off the king, right? And make a queen. Yeah. So just cut off the king on a file like this, and there's nothing, you can pre-move all of this. Just be careful not to stalemate, and you find a mate in 2. Boom, boom. There we go. So that was the game. Took 66 moves, but Game Review thought I played pretty well. It gave me a 2250 playing strength, which it's always nice to see. How's everybody doing? Looks like we have a few people in the stream. Let me know in the chat how you're doing. And do you want me to analyze any of your games? I'm throwing that out there as well. So if you have a game that you played on chess.com or Lee Chess, even if you like copy the link, send it in the chat. I'll pull it up here on the analysis board, and we can go through the game, see if I can answer any questions or give you tips or my thoughts. Yeah, I'm throwing that out there. So if you want to throw in the link in the chat, feel free. Otherwise, that was a rapid game. But in the meantime, if you want to put a link in the chat, feel free. Like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and do a 3-minute game for now and see if anything pops up. So I'm really not good at blitz. I am a rapid player. I really like to think during my games. Okay, so let's take this and get the isolated pawn. But he does as well. So let's develop, create some pressure. So this is going to be a pretty even symmetrical game for the time being, but we'll see what happens. Let's develop our knight. Bishop is probably going to b5 to pin. Let's do that. The bishop, I like to put on e3. It's a bit passive, but it does provide some security to the pawn. Now dropping back makes some sense, right? So let's do that. I expect like b5 to play bishop b7. Okay, let's just castle. He's going to castle as well. And let's play rook e8, get some pressure down this file here. And pinning looks quite good. It's not really a pin, actually. So what to do now? What to do now? That's always the question. Do I have any tactics? I don't see any right now. I can play like bishop f4. Looks pretty good. Get my bishop into the game. Okay, so he does pin me. Now I do have to be careful because if he takes and takes, then he gets d4. So let's think critically here about what we're gonna do. Yeah, maybe I should have gone to e3 to keep that pawn supported. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take with the pawn here. I could preemptively play king h1, trying to get my rook back over to the g file here, actually. That could lead to an interesting game. And I think I'm going to do it, actually. I think I'm going to do it. So after takes, I still defend the pawn because my g-pawn is taking and not my queen. Yeah. So bishop b4 here pins this knight to the rook. Let's go for this. So we unpin the knight on f3. Is that the point, huh? Add some pressure. I can play rook c1. Let's go ahead and do that. Takes what? Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, so king h1 was really bad. I should not have played king h1. I'm not even going to analyze that game. I lost in 8 moves. That's very sad. Very, very sad. So we'll play a Caro-Kann and see how it goes. Let's pin. Play e6. c5. He's just letting us do whatever we want here. We're going to play knight c6. Yeah, add some pressure. We're probably going to take that pawn now. And play knight here to f5. Yep. Hit the bishop, hit the pawn. And queen b6 probably. Queen b6. Let's play that. So we hit b2 right away. Hit b2 right away. This is not scary because I give the check. Now we can take that. In fact, I am going to take that. Yep. I can take this. Yeah, I can also just drop back. Is my queen trapped, actually? Did I just get my queen trapped? Wow. Wow, I just got my queen trapped, huh? That's why I don't like playing blitz. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Wow. That's horrible. Okay, let's throw this move in. Doesn't do anything because he just takes and my queen is still trapped. Which is awful. Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to resign here. Screw blitz. We're going to play rapid again. I mean, hey, this stream is called Climb to 1900. And that's referring to rapid, so we're going to go back to that. For those of you here, how's your Sunday going? I'm very curious. Let me know. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you enjoy the rapid chess that we have going on. So d4, d5, knight c3 is already weird. It's already weird because in d4 openings, you don't want to put the knight on c3 generally to block the c pawn. So I don't know what's up with that. Let's play bishop f5. Sometimes people go for this idea, but just knight a6 is usually how I reply to it. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what my opponent has lined up with this brilliant knight c3 approach, blocking the c pawn and then d4 opening. I was saying, the point of this, right? I am Mr. Hackintosh. Hello. Saying, yo, bro. Yo, how's it going? Launching this game up here. I'm trying to get to 1900. It's going to be a minute. I've been trying for a while. What is F3? Wow. Ben Feingold's twitching. Wowza. F3. What a move. So my man played a d4 opening, played knight c3, blocking the c pawn, and plays f3, preventing the knight from getting in. He wants to play this, right? Right? And then, like, takes, although I still control that square enough times, right? So that's not a thing. Sup? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I've been winning, so that's good. I kind of just want to play e6 and, like, see what's up. Like, I want to play e6 and just see what's up. That's what I'm going for here. That, what? I take personal offense to this move. I take personal offense to this move. Now we're going to play this. We're going to play it kind of quickly. Sorry, I'm kind of adjusting my chair here. This is awful. If I lose this game, I'm going to cry. I'm going to absolutely sob. Sorry. I'm just figuring out the best placement for my my mic stand here. So I can play h5. I can play h6. I think I'm gonna play h5, and just again see what's up because I do not know. Oh, you want to play a challenge? Yeah, sure. In a minute, once I'm done with this game here, feel free to send me a challenge on chess.com. You can find my username here at the bottom, Stanley242. I think that'd be fun. Yeah. Okay, so g5. This is going to be a longer game, though. So, but we'll see. Maybe I can win quickly, although my time management is usually an issue. So I can play knight h7 or knight d7. Let's go back to d7. And I just don't know what this approach, like I don't know what this opening is for my opponent. E3. Okay. Mr. Hackintosh, what's your rating? I'm curious. And do you want to play blitz or rapid? So I kind of want to play c5. I kind of want to play c5. Because I feel like I want to open this up. Yeah. So what's he going to do? c5. Let's win this. Nice. I agree. Let's win this. We should. So c5, he's going to play what? Like bishop out doesn't make much sense because I just play like knight here. c5 knight here, I mean, I can give a check. It doesn't actually win the knight though because A, he can drop back, but B, the knight's defended by the bishop, so we can just play like this move. So let's think again. I could just play this, but again, I don't know if I want to block my c-pawn right now. I could also aim to just trade. I could also play bishop b4. These are all kind of options right now. I'm kind of looking at this because if he takes and I take, I get control of the key central squares, and I still have a lead in development. And his dark squares become quite weak. So let us go for bishop d6. This move is not scary because I just take. Takes and knight here, actually, I did not look at. I guess there I can play queen b6. Kind of hold on to everything and then play a6 on the next move and then like knight c6. Or even e5 at some point. I can castle. I don't really see an attack because it's all locked up over here. So, yeah. Am I a professional chess player? Oh, I wish, man. I wish, but unfortunately not. I would like one day to become a national master, but we are quite far from that goal. That is like a bucket list goal. No, I'm like decent. I've played in a handful of tournaments. I've won one or two in the lower rated sections. And I try to study when I can, but no, I do work a normie job, unfortunately. Okay, so bishop out is quite interesting because I can take this, and that was kind of the idea. So if I take on f4, then he's probably got to take back, because if I take and he goes here, then I can just play this and my bishop escapes, and then I'm going to take him on the next move, and I'm up a piece, and I'm winning. So I'm going to take this and kind of ruin his pawn structure here and kind of see what's up once again. Yeah. I was asking earlier, what's your rating? Do you play often, or are you just kind of getting into the game? Okay. So what to do now? Am I worried about bishop takes g6, fg6? I don't think so, because I can just always castle and have pressure on this. So in fact, I could castle now, and then if he takes, you know, my rook gets opened up. And I don't know if I want to play this anymore because I don't have my dark squared bishop. So looking at moves like knight c6, immediately putting pressure on d4 is a thing. I can also, again, castle. I could play... yeah, so I don't love knight b6 because you can just play b3 at some point, but his dark squares are quite weak. I'm looking at just developing, honestly. I mean, what's he going to do? He's probably going to castle long, right? So I probably want to do something before he gets a chance to do that. So maybe c5 is a thing. But also, I think I'm just going to castle. You're about 1,000. Okay. That's pretty good, though. That's better than a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are below that. So be proud of yourself for getting to 1,000. Yeah. You've gotten like basic tactics down and you've got the basic opening principles. Footy. Hey man, how's it going? Welcome in. Glad to have you. So my point here is that if he takes, I'm going to take and get pressure on f4. The light squares are pretty weak. This pawn is pretty weak. It's defended by the knight now, so I'm not going to win it immediately if takes. Also, I expect queen d2 and long castles to be coming. c5 looks tasty. c5 looks quite tasty because I'm going to go knight c6, right? I wanted to get c5 in before my knight going to c6 because my opponent played this d4 opening and then blocked his c-pawn, which is not what you want to do. And that's something you guys can take away from this if you haven't heard that before. If you play a d4 opening, you want to not block the c-pawn with your knight. You either want to play c3 and play knight d2, or you want to play c4 later on and develop the knight behind the pawn. So if you haven't heard that before, you just learned something new. I can take. I will take. This looks quite good. This looks quite good. My pawns are about to roll down the center, I think. At some point, we'll see. Now, the problem now is that if he takes and takes, I do have a weak pawn on e6. I do have a weak pawn on e6. But not the end of the world. Not the end of the world, especially because I don't know what this is. And I don't see an attack. I'm also threatening now. Okay, so he does take. I was going to say I'm threatening to take and ruin his pawn structure even more. But I don't know. Queen d6 and e5. I gotta be careful about this pawn. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. I just don't know what's happening with the black pieces right now. I really don't. I really don't. For those of you joining us, welcome. How's your Sunday going, guys? Looking for a little bit of chess? We're trying to get to 1900. I've got Mr. Macintosh in the chat. He wants to challenge me after this game, so we're gonna play that and see how it goes. Queen d2 and long castles, I expected. I think I should continue development. Yes. Okay, so I really want to go knight here because I'm looking at knight e7 to f5. And once I get a knight into f5, I know I said I wanted the rook open here to pressure this, but I think a knight on f5 is even better because then I'm looking at even more squares. So I'm looking at doing that right away and just completely controlling the board. This pawn is weak. I have to remember that. I do have to remember that. But honestly, so knight e7, knight d4, knight f5, knight takes is going to be a thing, right? So maybe I don't want to go backwards quite yet. What else do I have? I have rook here. Try and get in this way. It's probably a move. I do expect this coming in to put pressure on that, and then after this, you know, although he can't play that right away, especially if I keep my knight here. So maybe I don't want to go backwards quite yet. Maybe I want to play queen c7 or queen d6. Queen c7 maybe runs into knight b5. But then like queen b6, but then knight in, but then he kind of gets trapped. So maybe queen d6, although I like queen c7 because a later rook c8 and getting in this way could be a thing. I guess also queen d6 runs into this as well. So I might as well just play this. Kind of get off of the e file here, which maybe I shouldn't be wanting to get off of the file, but you know, yeah, no, it's okay. It is a-okay. Yeah, so let's see. what's happening? Material is equal. No bishops this game, just knights. I have the center. He probably wants to get a knight into e5, which I am currently controlling more than he is. So those are things. I want to attack him somehow and like clog up his position. Hussein, the GFX. You specialize in creating eye-catching thumbnails that boost views and engagement, and you want to help my videos stand out even more. Interesting. I assume I would have to pay you, which would be the main reason I'd be hesitant. But who knows? Maybe. Depends. What do you think about my current thumbnails on my videos? Have you scrolled through and seen what I'm doing? Kind of basic. Okay, I expected knight b5. I can almost take that, but the knight defends. I have queen b6, and then what? Knight d6? The knight's trapped, isn't it? Yes. Queen b6 lines up here. I can also like reroute, but then I kind of wasted a move. I can go here. Yeah. And then like here. But again, knight d5, knight d4 is coming. Queen b6. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go queen b6. Hussein, you still here? I am curious. Or are you just sending that generic chat into a bunch of small channels live streams? Because that could be a thing as well. I am curious. Am curious. Like Curious George. I don't know. No, I'm just spouting stuff. But anyway, for those of you joining us, welcome. Those of you who've been here, you've heard me say welcome quite a bit, but that's okay. Okay, so this move is a bit sus. Yes, it makes sense. So it gets the knight into a nice central square, and it puts pressure on this, which is currently defended. It is currently defended, but I'm looking at this, and I don't want to have to waste a rook defending it. So do I have any like tactics or anything? I don't see anything right now. Queen this way does attack that, but that's easily defended. I could take, but then he gets his other knight in. So let's see. I could... what else do I have? I can take, let's see, knight takes or queen takes. I don't think I want to take. I have knight b4 attacking this. Then he plays a3. And so what, right? Okay. Another interesting idea is knight a5 to c4. Knight a5 to c4. And if knight a5 b3, the dark squares get pretty weak. And I don't see anything right away. Maybe I can do nothing. Maybe I can play rook c8. Oh, what am I doing? Knight a5 runs into a fork. Okay. So rook c8. What is he going to do? Good question. Knight c8. Maybe I just drop back here. But then he's going here. But then I can always defend, right? If here I don't want to repeat moves, though. Maybe it's time for this. Yeah? I don't know. I'm going to play rook c8. So the point of rook c8 should be clear. I'm lining up pressure against my opponent's king. There are two knights in the way at the moment, but they're not there permanently. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this creates some threats. That is strange, to say the least. Obviously, he wants to jump the other knight in. Taking with the pawn, interesting. So if I take with the queen and he goes knight d4, I mean, I can go queen d6. And I guess there's this move. Yeah. So queen takes, knight d4. I mean, queen d6. There's like rook over. But then I'm like taking. Then there's like this. But then if there's ever that, then maybe I have... Pawn takes kind of sets up like rook b8. And like queen in. So like takes. Knight here. Does not win a tempo. This, however, does. And if he goes back this way, I think that's a win. In fact, that is good for me because if takes, takes, takes. Oh, there's no pain anymore. Okay, let's think. I feel like an open B file could benefit me, but I don't know. So queen takes knight d4. Come on. Queen takes knight d4. Do I have like... Do I have an intermezzo? Like, is there a world where I give this check? And he takes? And I take? I don't think so. That seems like... I don't think that works. Oh, Hackintosh, you're heading out, man? Okay, no, understandable, understandable. Well, keep an eye out for the channel. Subscribe so you see when I'm going live again, and we can play next time. Have a good one, man. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to take here. I think I'm going to take with the pawn. Reason being, I solidify my center, and I still get the open B file. I'm going to have to speed up my play a little bit. But that's okay. That is A-okay. Hussein, you're saying my thumbnails are quite basic? So let me ask you this. You're saying you can create high quality, visually appealing thumbnails. I have a few questions. One, how much? Yeah, obviously. And two, what about your thumbnails makes it worth the price, aside from generic high quality, visually appealing? And Hackintosh, when am I going live next? I don't know exactly. This is actually my first time going live, so I'm going to try and start doing it a bit more. But I don't have an exact date for you, unfortunately, but keep an eye out for it. Like I said, if you subscribe, then you should get some notifications for when I am going live. So possibly tomorrow, like evening or afternoon. I get out of work around 3-ish, 3 or 4, so I'll be home. Maybe start streaming at 5 or 6. We'll see. We shall see. So keep a lookout. Aha. So that's good for me, I think. I think that's good for me. Can I start like attacking here? I think so. I mean, knight here actually does put decent pressure on this. But then I can play like rook e8. You subscribed, but there's a lot of YouTube channels flooding your feed. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. You know what? Well, hey, take a look at my channel tomorrow around 5 or 6, and we'll see. If I'm there, then I'm there. If not, then no worries, man. So this pawn's attacked right now. I can just defend it. I think he's going to attack it again. And I can't really defend it again. So let's see. Let us see. This is actually a little bit annoying. Maybe I should have anticipated this a bit more. Do I have like boom boom? I don't think so. Can I sack something? Can I sack rook takes? I don't know. I don't know if I can sack. And if I go here, he's just going to move the queen, huh? Yeah. Okay. Let's play passive. Let's play passive. You don't know my time zone. Oh, Eastern. It would be Eastern. Did you just friend me on chess.com? Is this you, Drunk Magnus? If so, then, you know, you can always send me a challenge too. Or I can send you a challenge once I go live. Ah, yeah, that'll work. So if you friend me on chess.com, if that's you, I'll accept it. And then when I go live, I'll send you a request, and then you should get that chess.com notification. That's another way. Aha. Okay, so rook here. Maybe I just push. I push. That was kind of the idea. That was the idea. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Now I am low on time. Time management is always tough, but I like to play good moves rather than okay moves quickly. So I like to play good moves. This is probably not a good move because he can just play this. Let's catch up later. Sounds good, man. I know you said you had to head out, so I don't want to keep you too long. This is a tough game. I might lose this one here. Yeah. Yeah, this is tough. I mean, I can bring the king. Then queen here. Yeah. Let's play king f7. Okay, so yeah, tough game. Tough game here. My opponent played a really bad opening. And I thought I got a pretty good position. I definitely had the advantage, but I think it's slipping. And I don't know if I'll be able to create enough counterplay quick enough. The only thing I have an idea here is queen e2, I might have this check, but yeah, it's I mean, yeah. And then just takes, and then I take the knight is the idea, but then he can start taking. Ah, okay. Do I have this? Check. Knight takes, I obviously take, and then rook takes. I can start pushing. Let's do it. I don't have much time. So let's play it. Let's play it. The knight's hanging two different ways, so he's got to address that because it's his check. So, yeah. Yeah. We'll see what he does. If he takes with the pawn, I'm taking the knight. And then I'm threatening to get in. So we're going to take that. Now he can start taking over here now. But then the idea is to, like, go here. Yeah, so now I can defend. Boom. Boom. Now I'm defending. Ah, how about that? How about that? For those of you guys here, how's your day going? How's your day going? What kind of chess do you like? Why are you watching? Just let me know. I'm looking to get some activity in the chat here. Oh, it looks like a few people just left, which is quite sad. But that's okay. This is like my first time streaming here, so we'll try and keep it going. If you guys have any games you'd like me to analyze, feel free to send a link in the chat. I'll pull it up here and go through the game. If you have any ideas, let me know. this live streaming is new to me, so I'm trying to get into it. About a little over 1850 rapid right now on chess.com. Trying to get to 1900. That is the name of the stream. It's climbed to 1900. The goal eventually is to get to 2000, and then I am gonna be so cool. Once I get to 2000, right? That's like instant cool level. Instant like validation that you're decent at chess. Even though you still suck at chess at 2000. I don't know, man. Now I'm just talking. But this game is pretty tough. I think I'm doing okay now. Because I don't see how he's going to break through. Because these pawns can't really go forward. Yeah, so we'll see what unfolds here. I'm kind of waiting for him. Because if I can... I can't really move the queen anywhere. I can move the rook to the A file. But yeah, I don't see much. This c4 takes, I get the queen in, but then he just runs, and I don't really see anything there. Yeah, but I don't know what he's going to do, right? I don't know what he's going to do. My king is kind of boss right now, kind of holding everything together. But there could be an easy refutation that I'm just missing here. But I currently don't see it. I currently do not see it. The pawn's defended enough times. And he's using quite a bit of time. So I don't think he knows what to do either at this point. Yeah. He might just make a waiting move of some sort, like rook in. Queen d3. So that relieves a bit of pressure from this pawn. Here. Here. I don't see it. Nope. I can attack that pawn. Then he just clogs it up, huh? Yeah. So what to do? Ooh, maybe this? Is that a thing? Let's do it. So he has some ideas, but I don't know if any of them quite work. Like takes, he can pin me. But I don't know if it works. It might. That might work, actually. Takes. Ooh, but then... I don't know if it works, because I take with check. Right? So if takes, check. And... Can I go here? Oh my gosh. So takes, pins me. So he runs, but I get this. We're going to take that. Yeah, we're taking that. Okay, very good. Very good. Hussein, I'm not sure if you're still here. I just saw your chat. They're optimized for better visibility and engagement, leveraging audience psychology and YouTube trends to give my content a competitive edge. $5 per thumbnail. Yeah, I mean, I'm not currently looking to outsource my thumbnails at the moment, simply because my channel isn't making any money. So there's that, obviously. Let me focus on my moves here because I am in a bit of trouble. I'm wondering if I can push. Wow. Check. Block. No, doesn't work. I have to play a bit faster. If I take and he takes, I'm not sure. Maybe I can take here or check there. It doesn't do too much, but yeah. I can also just go here. Dang, this is tough. This is tough. Let's drop back. He's probably gonna check me and take this. Win back his pawn. My king is pretty weak here. Yeah, so that's tough. Yeah. I have to move my king. And then he wins back the pawn. Although, I do get rook c8 there and queen in if he's not careful. Right? Isn't that a thing? Unless there's some refutation here. But Hussein, if you're still here, drop your social media, drop your portfolio, and I'll take a look at what you got. And if I'm interested, I'll reach out. How's that sound? Sound fair? I think that's fair. Yeah, link your portfolio. I'll check it out. And if I'm interested, then we'll give it a trial run and see what's up, yeah? If you're still here. You might have ran away once I said I wasn't interested. But that's okay. That is A-okay. I don't know. This is something. I don't see a way for him to defend that, actually. Yeah, so we may be getting something here. We may be getting something. For those of you watching, how's it going? Let me know. I love feeding off of you guys in the chat. If you want to drop a link to a game that you want me to analyze, feel free to do that. I'll pull it up, and we can kind of walk through it. I am almost 1900. I'm like 1800-ish. So I feel like if you're a bit lower rated, I could provide some useful insights into your games, answer any questions you have, maybe give you some recommendations, tips, whatnot. Otherwise, I'm just playing rapid here, trying to climb my rating up. So he sacks. He sacks the queen. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. Okay. So now he's kind of frozen. And yeah, he's pretty frozen now. I think I can push this. Let's push. Yeah, and then if he goes here, then I think I can take here. No, but then king takes, so that actually doesn't work. So he takes there. Interesting. Because the idea was this. I can also go here. I'm going to take here. Create a pin. Yeah, so this doesn't actually work, and it never did in the first place, but now it really doesn't work because he's pinned. But if it did work, takes, imagine he could take, I just run to h7, and there's no threat. My king is perfectly safe on that square, so. Yeah. What do you guys think of the, looks like we have a few people here. What do you think of my stream so far? The vibes. What do you think about the vibes? or if you check out my channel, any of the videos on there. I'm curious. I like getting some feedback so I can incorporate it into my future games. Let's see what we have. I have a check. Doesn't quite win the pawn because his rook defends it, but what do I do? Do I push? Yeah. Yeah. We push. We push, we take. Check. I have another check. That looks pretty good. We're probably mating here. So his king runs. How to follow this up? Well, let's see. I could force some trades. That's a thing. I can also take here. Again, there's no mates. I can set up a... Let's go here. Again, there's no mate. But I have a mate. That's not mate. Oh, I can go here. But then that's mate. No, it's not. Ugh. But I do get some trades. So that's good. Let's get the check. He has to block. Then do I check? He runs. Then I take, not quite. Oh, and then takes. Yeah, let's do that. Easy. Easy peasy. He has to go king g1, and then I take, check. Oh, wait. Nope, miscalculated. Check. How do I win? It's always the question, isn't it? Let's just take. I should be... Check. Let's take that. And this is winning. Yeah, I'm attacking this. And, I mean, I'm up a queen. I'm up a queen. I'm going to take that or this. Yeah, so let's just take this. That was the only thing I kind of had to be worried about. Now I could even, if I wanted to, sack everything. But let's just make it easy and take this pawn. Yeah. Easy, easy. I can take that, but no need. No need. I can still take that, which is really funny. But I think I'm just going to escort my pawns forward. Let's push. You guys see my cat in the background? Let's check. Let's... No stalemate. It's the only thing you have to be careful about. It's not stalemate because he can go here. And this should be easy. I mean, he's not resigning. Fair enough. He's trying to get lucky with the stalemate or something. Honestly, at this point, I kind of just want to... Yeah. I'm just going to take. And it's just... Yeah. Screw it. Yeah. Let's just walk the king. Easy. Just don't stalemate. Let's go ahead and push. No stalemate. You push. Or, sorry, move the king. And now you check here. Wait. Wait a minute. Let's just not stalemate. Check here. Check. He's got to take, and then you walk. And just to be sure, he can indeed go to h3 in that position. So we check. We check. We push. We queen. Oh! If it's queen, It's stalemate. So you have to throw in this check, actually. Wow, how about that? Yeah, now you can queen. Now you can queen. Wow. All right, let's just make this easy. We'll check. We'll push. Queen. And we ladder mate. No stalemate. He's always got light squares. And there we go. There we go. Hussein, you're saying what's my Insta? When YouTube removes your comment when you give yours. That makes sense. I see it doesn't want you to like promote your own stuff here. Well, let me ask you this. Is it just Hussein the GFX? Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can copy your thing. Let's see. I might have you here. Okay. So it's not. Okay. Because I found something that's quite similar, but it's not looks like it's not showing up. You can't just type. So I guess you're trying to what, do a link or something. Let me see. Go to channel. I'm gonna see if I can go to your channel here, just based off of the comment more about this channel details. So you haven't posted anything on your YouTube channel. Okay. Remember to guard your privacy in a guide by. Okay. Good game. Oh, thank you, man. I can't read your username, but thank you. We'll go through it really quick here. Also, for anybody here, if you want me to analyze any of your games, feel free to put a link in the chat. If it'll let you. I'm not sure if it'll let you. If not, you guys can reach out to me directly. Here, let me see if I can pull up my Instagram. You know what? I'm trying to figure this out. I'll have to do it another stream for how to share that. But if you guys go to oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go ahead and search. I should have. Yeah, here. Yeah. I'm not sure if you guys can see this here. You should be able to. I'm waiting for my stream to catch up. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys check this out, this is my chess Instagram. So you can DM me here if you'd like. So Hussein, like I was saying, I see your username there. You just put in there. Awesome. Feel free to message me directly on my Instagram here. I will also go ahead and take a note of it. So I'm going to open up my notes. Okay, you'll message me? Sounds good. I'll take note as well. Like I said, I'll check out your portfolio and we'll see what's up. And then maybe we can do a trial run or something. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so if you guys feel like following or messaging me directly, feel free here, Stanley Chess. It's my Instagram there. So if you'd like to, like I said, have a game analyzed, then feel free to message me there. I'm just pulling up my account on my phone, so if I get any messages, I can check it. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out, Hussein. Let me know once you've sent it. I'll check and make sure that it actually came through, and we can kind of go from there. But yeah, awesome. So let's head back to the chess, because that's why we're here, right? That is why we are here. Hold on. I want to make sure I open the right thing. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? I said, hey, what's going on? Okay. Looks like nobody's watching, so my detour kind of ruined my audience engagement, but that is a-okay. That is a-okay. So, we're here. Let's go ahead and analyze this game here. Now, it's not going to let me do. Oh, yeah, I'll accept that friend request there. Okay. So, game review gave me a 1900 playing strength on this one. It's saying I found a nice tactic. Awesome. And yeah, played pretty decent. So let's open our self-analysis and we'll go through. See if there's anything we can learn from. So this already, knight c3 was a bit strange. And then f3 and h4 just... I mean, I shouldn't have played bishop d6. I thought this was fine. But I guess after just bishop d3, or just developing the knight, white is better. Because this pawn is going to prove to be a weakness, and this actually is going to make some sense for white. So good to know. Bishop d6 there was no good. Instead, bishop e4. Pin the knight makes sense. What else? Just bishop e7. Calm move. Knight c6 or knight b6. Okay. So all normal moves. I got a little bit creative with bishop d6. Probably shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. Bishop d3. We obviously take castles, and black is better. Black is better for sure. Now, knight c6. Is knight e7 good here? I didn't like this. And this hangs. Yeah. Knight f5, I thought this. Takes here. Takes, yeah. Or not, but something like that. Queen here is a blunder. A blunder. Because of knight takes d5. Oh, that is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And queen d5. And white is better. White is better. But I don't know. It seems... Just rook f1? It's probably... Yeah, okay. That is interesting. That is a disgusting tactic. I did not like that. So we have this instead, right? Here I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do here. e5? Takes. And just like here. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit. Decided to do this. That's still fine. It says it's a mistake, but I keep the advantage. So the knight takes, I take with the pawn. Queen takes would have been better. I didn't like the fact that he gets a tempo. And then, I guess what, like f5. If ever f5, I was honestly planning on taking this way. Anyway, pawn takes is fine. Yeah, b3. Okay, so that's too slow. Actually, computer does like it. Okay, this is a mistake. I have to go a4 and give up the pawn. Because of ab3, wow, takes, and ba2, and you can't stop the pawn. Wow. Wow, queen c3, you go in, right? No, you don't. No, you don't. Queen c3, you play like rook a8. Wow. Wow, queen a1. And king takes f8. And your pawn is just too strong. The queen has to babysit the pawn. That is ridiculous and disgusting. Ridiculous and disgusting. That is what that is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well. How about that, huh? How about that? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'll start a new game here. We're climbing up there. We're climbing up there. The goal is to get to 1900 here. I'm at 1876, so not bad. My last few rapid games, I have won. I want to walk through this game with you guys. So this game was really cool because I won on time barely, right? Like this position is much, much better for me because it's winning. The knight is trapped. So my guy jumps the knight in, but the knight's trapped. And this is a rapid game. This is a 30-minute game. My guy spent 2 minutes on this move, and the knight's just trapped. So I'm up the knight, but I have no time at this point. We are 13 moves in, and I've already spent 21 minutes because I want to play good moves, so I calculated quite a bit. Like pushing these pawns in the center, like I really was calculating all of this to make sure that it was good for me after like takes. I figured I had knight takes, if takes, I thought knight takes, and castles, I was looking at, what was I looking at here? Not knight here. Maybe just castles, and I thought my knight was strong, although there is this. So I can't remember what I calculated, but I was spending quite a bit of time. But the knight's trapped, that's the point. And I only have, 9 minutes. I thought I'm up a piece, let's trade. I should have kept the queens on the board, of course, but I was like, let's just trade, and kind of jump our knight in. And then king d8 was a mouse slip. I meant to castle. My cat was kind of messing around and distracted me. So I was trying to control my cat, and I ended up playing king d8, which is unfortunate. But hey, it's fine. I ended up winning another piece, and this should be easy winning. But 2 minutes, yeah, 2 minutes with opposite colored bishops on the board. It was pretty tough. So pretty much here, he's just trying to flag me and hold on. But eventually, I get into this position where I'm up a knight, and it's winning, but I don't play it the right way. Again, 13 seconds. So I'm just trying not to lose on time. I'm pre-moving practically everything. And eventually, I walk my king around and stop his pawns. I have to find this check here pretty much and stop his pawn at the right time, which I do. And then I won on time here, which is ridiculous. So if he hadn't lost on time, I definitely would have because I have 0.3 seconds, and there's no way I'm mating him with 0.3 seconds here because that would require pre-moving and mating within the next 3 moves, which is not going to happen. So I would have lost on time. Yeah, although if I did, it might have been a draw because he doesn't have enough mating material, but I'm not sure if it works that way or if it's because I would have enough mating material. That might have been what it is. I can't remember, though. No, he doesn't have enough mating material, so I think it would have ended in a draw, but I'm not too sure. Looks like I have one person watching the stream. Who we got? Is it Hussein? Is it still you, man? I got your message, by the way. I'll take a look at your stuff. But yeah, I think the stream may end in a moment here. I'm getting quite hungry, and I do have to go grocery shopping, unfortunately. I don't want to, but I must. So, yeah. Whoever's in the chat, if you want to say hello before I head out, feel free. And then hopefully next time we can get some more people hopping on. And yeah, this was fun. So what? The stream's been going for quite a bit. Let's see. It's been going for a little over an hour. I tried streaming on Twitch before this, but nobody joined. And I figured YouTube may be good. You were enjoying my stream. Oh, good. I'll try and get back on this. I'm trying to grow the YouTube channel, so I figured streaming on it may be a good idea. But yeah, man, I'll look at your stuff and maybe reach out. How would you feel? Yeah, I mean, you said what, $5 per thumbnail? Yeah, I'll take a look. But I hope you have a great day, man. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. Have a good one.